Howdy folks, it's been a minute. Welcome back to Zombie Intern. We're on our second devlog now. The devlogs are coming out beautifully on schedule even though it is like 2 in the morning. Don't worry about it, we're okay. This is probably I want to call it the middle child devlog because the next one is going to be this pretty finished concept level and it will basically be what we send to publishers. In case you don't remember from the last video, the whole goal right now of these videos is to document the progress and show kind of the speed and the level of understanding for things as much as we can to prove that this is something that a publisher can pick up and fund. So we're in the space that we were in last time. We dropped that prototype level in and we modeled everything out and kind of made a final version of this test level. So, this is the kind of layout that we want to go for, but the art is super not finalized. A lot of these things, the textures don't stretch, or the textures do stretch, not in a way that I like, and that's just due to the manner of which we kind of hobbled this together quickly. So let me take you on a quick tour, catch you back up to speed. I promise it won't be as long as last time. The last video was way too long, and I don't want that to happen. So let me quickly run you through the environment, and then I can show you. Let me see this brand new orange button right here. It does a doozy thing, and I really am happy about it. So here's the front room. Nothing special. A door, a bookshelf for things to spawn on. And then we take you back through the kitchen. We've got the countertop, the sink, and a shelf for things to spawn on, as well as some beautiful lights. The mixing machine does not exist yet. It will go right about here. And as a reminder, it will be used to mix the different colors that come out of this beautiful fridge. So on the shelf over here in the corner, the vials will spawn, as well as some jugs, and you can place them under this beautiful nozzle. I just smacked my desk and it was great. And then you'll pop the button and it will spit out the juice. Let's go to the living room. All right, this super not so living room. The scientist doesn't come out of the lab, quite obviously. He doesn't need too many fancy things. Got a chair, bookshelf, table, and another shelf. These are just all... The whole point right now is just to have places to spawn objects, to show that off. Let's go downstairs really quick, show you my current favorite piece. Easy button is now playing Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Oh, good. That only shows up in my display. You don't have to see that. That's awesome. Okay, so in here is... Well, there's the scientist lab. The scientist works through this door. And then on this screen here will be the items that they want brought to you. And then you will place them here on the deposit box. I'm going to put a camera up in the corner that will then... I don't know where I want to put the camera. I'll put a camera in here. It'll do some fun little animation looking over the item that you put here. And if it's right, it'll suck it in. If it's wrong, it'll throw it back at you. So I'm pretty happy with this space. It's dark. It's dank. There's a bright screen. It's kind of ominous. All right, let's go up to the green room, which is the other hero interaction of the level. So up here, we have the planter boxes and irrigation, as well as the seed box that the seeds will come out of. When my dog is having dreams. I love it. When the scientist asks for anything plant-based, you'll come in here and it will either be something rare that will be in a planter already, or you will come over to the seed box, grab a seed, plop it in, and this spot will be a button to press. You press it, the grow juice comes out, grows it, boom, grab the plant, take it downstairs, give it to him. We've been over this. The wonderful thing is that now we have an environment to kind of do everything in. All right, my beautiful walking downstairs animation. And I have to apologize. Last week's video was very long. The audio quality was not the best, and this is probably still not going to be the best because I have my fancy mic kind of at my desk, and it doesn't do the fun stuff. It's a cardioid mic, so it doesn't pick up the room in the way that I need it to. I probably am just going to get a lav mic for this so that the quality can be better, because when I'm actually sitting at the desk, it's great. But when I'm standing across the room spinning around, which I've tried to not do this video, instead I'm doing the fun snap turning. Big circle. So we're still working on it. All right. Time for the fun part. So most of this week has been spent modeling and texturing. Jack has been making wonderful textures in Materialize by taking a whole bunch of stuff that he's made in Krita and then putting it in Materialize to get a PBR thing going so that there's a little bit more physics-based rendering to it. But I'm not doing it justice by slapping it on these huge stretch planes. So that'll be fixed in a further build of the game. But for now, for testing purposes, I think this is wonderful. I'm super happy with this. All right, so the big shebang, the big other thing I did this week was actually Jack did this. I have to credit Jack for it because he worked on the code for the procedural generation. So we have, at runtime, everything gets spawned in the area, put into a list for the scientist to choose from, and then that gets picked, and that's what's decided. So every time you run through the level, everything's going to be in a different place. And I would like to get to a point where a lot of the bigger items and furniture are kind of in different places as well, whether that be, wall shelves, bookshelves, countertop space, and different things like that. I kind of want to randomize the environment a little bit more than just the placement. We'll see how that goes. But for now, we've got procedural generation. So next week, you'll get to see the fun stuff of me grabbing and picking up things. In fact, I will probably put the video out earlier than Tuesday, because it will be earlier than Tuesday that we will have the test build to send to publishers. And I will show that off in its full glory of, we kind of want to be in a place where we can spawn the items in the room, go grab them, bring them to the scientist, and then they make a decision and spit it back and send you for the next thing, and that all works. So the grab action is some easy stuff. The procedural stuff already works. Let me show that to you. This new orange button does exactly that. So I'm going to plunk this button down, pop, and it spawns all kinds of fun stuff in the environment. These are just stand-in assets. I know they're cylinders and spheres, but every time we do it, it will generate, at runtime when the level starts, items all around the space. And I just kind of threw a couple spawn points down and filled it with cubes and spheres and cylinders of all different colors. But that's to give a feel for how the level gets generated every time you load it. This one was really simple and sweet. We've still got some progress to make on the zombies walk animation. I have to fix this weirdness on my hand. It was literally when I was painting the texture, I slipped. And I fixed it, but in between me fixing it and not fixing it, there was an autosave, and I guess for some reason it still is on the texture. That's a simple thing. I just have to re-import the texture. But yeah, I think we're doing great. I think we are on track, if not a week behind, and that's okay. Until next time, please show your love by hopping in the Discord. Go check out the Trello, as not up to date as it is. It does have kind of all of our progress. All of the fun stuff about the environment will be in there. The documentation about the procedural code and whatnot. I'm not going to give you all my code or Jack's code, but I am happy to document things as we do them. So we're going to be trying to keep up with that. School starts, I guess, technically today. It's 2 a.m. and class is at 9. That's fun. I promise I'm responsible. I'm literally going to show this video to my professor. Hi, Marshall. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see y'all in the next one. Stay tuned.